Embarrassment is for those who care what other people think.
Embarrassment is for those who care what other people. I. Huh. You know, I dig that point. Let me just. I have said it. I just would like to make sure that I do have the correct number for the episode. Session 7.
Ooh.
And where we left off, you guys had been traveling on this continent, traveled for about a week at the forest that is densely packed into the area of this landmass. Incredibly difficult to, and through a combination of natural, such as ability to cast levitate, our two air genasi, as well as raw athletic prowess, climbed these sheer god awful cliff faces and managed to get on this landmass where there's not a whole lot of life that you've been able to, like, across the board, period. And found yourselves the prey of a doppelganger who actually met the forest proper and set up camp about halfway to your goal, and properly curb stomped him. Dispatched him expeditiously as he took the form of Sound of Wind, attempted to grab a nice juicy snack on Warren, punching him in the side of the head. But you let no fool suffer that. But now we find ourselves about halfway. About halfway to the kingdom in which you guys are searching for. You had a lead that drove you here to this, quote, kingdom of the unforgiven. Don't really have a whole lot of information about it other than that there was a troll in Iwate that carried a note that said that there was a possibility of one of the rings of elemental power that you're looking for in this. In fact, that troll was sent to gather another ring of elemental power. Does anybody have any questions?
Just wanted to be sure this is directly after that fight, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's it for me.
So, you all are, if at your best guess, I believe Warren made an ability check the last time, but if not, at your best guess, you're probably at least one more long rest away from this camp. Travel one full day, take a long rest, get there in the next morning. Does anybody have anything they would like to talk about considering the events? How do you guys feel about the doppelganger attack?
Very untrusting of my buddy here, Warren. That's it.
So,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
so the doppelganger attack has driven some distrust into the mind of Jekyll surrounding Warren. Interesting.
I want to
Indeed.
ask if it was easy beating up someone that looked like me.
Well, The target was a bit smaller, but I made do.
After he hit me, I'd say it was fairly easy.
Smaller than me
Oh.
is pretty crazy.
Raina, how did you feel about watching Sound of Wind?
At first, Raina was a little confused, and then when Raina kind of gathered because Warren was attacking, and so was Sound of Wind attacking this other one, I was like, I feel like Raina was like, all right, something's going on. Let's get ready, because Warren wouldn't just do that. So, if she didn't know any better, she'd be like very, very upset. But she knows better than that.
The only other thing that I would feel is relieved over all the BS that I've had to deal with Sound of Wind. Feel completely at ease with it.
What do you mean by that?
He's quite the character, and I feel quite relieved now that I've gotten my stress out.
That's something coming from the wannabe child abuser from getting elbowed in the stomach. You wanted to kill that poor kid.
I didn't want to. Hey, I would have punched him really hard. That's what would have happened.
You think you
Okay.
can survive our punches?
You want to like do an ultimate on this kid? Do a bunch of punches on him? Because I'll go back and do it. I don't.
From
I'll
what I
do that.
remember, it was a thunder spear coming his way.
No, I was gonna punch him for sure, 100%. I was gonna punch him. All I saw was red. I didn't care about my spells anymore.
Hey, Jekyll, you want a waterfall of my dwarven ale?
I don't know what you keep in that cup. I'm fine.
Chrysanthemum, how did it feel to watch and partake in the dispatching of seemingly copy, clone, twin, however we'd like to refer to it, of Sound of Wind, your like partner?
Absolutely crazy to definitely experience, but I feel like we had to do what had to be done. And hey, every now and then we all want to hit the Sound of Wind. So what can you do?
Exactly, and I feel a lot better about him now.
That's a good response. I like that.
It's funny that you feel better about me, but feel weirder about Warren.
No, because what it was the like, hey man, there's literally something out there. I made a 20 perception check. I was like, there's something out there. We gotta. And he's like, we're fine. Just tell me if it's here. And then he went back to sleep. I was like, man, he's like, I don't give a. And he walked away. Asshole.
Up for me? Or well,
Hey, that's-
not me.
That's how the dice roll sometimes, man.
Yeah, you roll them perfect, and then your teammate just says, "Fuck you, man." Deal with it.
Who are you
So
again?
we are where no, there it is. Okay, cool. You are traveling further towards the smoke. You see on the horizon, as night falls, as the sky is getting too dark to continue your travel. The gleaming polished stone walls surrounding this kingdom as you set up camp. What's on the minds of everyone in the last few months before we wind down to rest the last night before we get here?
Well, I guess the first question is, what's the game plan?
Green.
I feel like we have a map of this place, or do we? Like, I can't remember. Did Fion give us something that kind of showed us where we were heading to?
No, because there's not.
There's not really one, right?
Yeah, there's that the only thing that is known about this continent is that it's really hard to get to, and a forest known as the Forest of the Unforgiven, with a sort of fairy tale about a kingdom of trolls living in the center in the kingdom of the in the kingdom at the center of the Forest of the Unforgiven. But
Okay.
that's really all the information to be had.
So essentially, all we know is that there's possibly this community, in quotations, living here. I can't think of another. This settlement living here, possibly, but nobody knows for sure because nobody can get to it. Because technically, it's impossible.
Correct.
I can't fully. We are in the woods currently, right?
Correct.
Is that what I remember? Okay.
You can just on the horizon
See something.
you can see like a polished, gleaming wall.
But we don't see like the entrance or at all.
Right there. Okay.
Okay.
So I feel like the first things first is we need to figure out how we're supposed to get in here. So I feel like figuring out an entrance, one of us, whoever's stealthy enough, maybe trying to find an entrance.
Like the best is whoosh, right?
I feel like I've been pretty bad at stealth checks.
Hey man, we can't send Warren in there.
Fair.
You said Warren. Warren's not making a stealth check.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not gonna pass that.
No, it's not that I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to do it.
I think
Just
You
walk
said.
in.
Hold on. Let me go to.
I'm willing to sneak. We want to test my ability to, because I haven't done that much.
I actually have an idea. I have the spell Alter Self. So I could, because we know. I'm sorry, I can't remember what type of creature is it? Did you say gnoll? Troll. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could essentially make myself look like a troll.
with Alter Self, no.
Really? Because it
Yeah.
says I can change my appearance. You transform your appearance, you decide what you look like. Your height, weight, facial features, sound of your voice, hair length, coloration, and distinguishing features, if any.
You know what? I apologize.
You're okay.
I was thinking enhanceability.
Oh, okay. I was like, it says I can. Well, it says I can't appear as a creature of a different size than me.
Yeah, but like you would say the troll that you fought in Iwate was still a medium creature,
Okay.
even though it was physically
Bigger.
large.
I wouldn't be able to make myself bigger, pretty much, because it says my basic shape stays the same, but I can make my appearance as another member of another race. So I could make myself into a smaller troll,
Well, I mean,
technically.
I think within the bounds of smallest to largest height of a creature in the player races,
Uh-huh.
and that range is like 3 foot to 8 foot.
Okay.
So I think you could appear to be like an 8 foot tall troll,
Okay.
which is
Crazy.
on par with the troll that you fought in Iwate.
Okay. But I was just thinking I could cast that on myself and I could attempt to go and look around the base without trying to be seen. That way nobody has to make a stealth check technically. If I have to make one, that's fine. But like no one has to actively try to sneak for it. I mean, if everybody's okay with that.
I'm completely fine with that. I'll hang behind for a bit.
So you're doing this tonight?
I guess I should probably do it tonight because that would give me a little bit more cover.
You don't have to, but I say but I am just double checking to make sure that you that is your intention. This is not a DM saying, "Are you sure?" This is. I
No.
want to not misinterpret your words.
No, I do feel like it's smart for me to go ahead and do it tonight, because if I do it tonight, I can then long rest and get my spell slot back.
Yeah.
And not have to worry too much about that part. And I wouldn't necessarily need to go super close. I'm thinking just kind of alter self into a troll and just walk around, maybe in the woods around the perimeter, just trying to figure out where the entrance is, maybe what kind of we're looking at, see if there's anything that I can see.
So, how long does alter self last? Excuse me.
I have it pulled up for you. Duration up to an hour. Concentration.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
could I as well using shape changer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's essentially just like free
Free
polymorph, right?
Yeah.
Say I have full access to your sheets. I don't know why I don't just fucking check the wording. Yeah, I see no issue with that.
Beautiful.
Us three
No.
staying here and y'all two going?
My main question is, are you two attempting stealth?
If we understand that the rumors are that structure that we can see may be a troll base, I don't know that I would try stealth, because even if it is a troll base of any sort, a couple of trolls sneaking around might raise some questions.
Fair. So then that leaves Sound of Wind's question. Get you two going on, Raina and Ward.
I feel like that would be smart, just for them to stay back. Just so they don't have to do a stealth check. And we don't have to possibly have anybody have to start a war right off when we're not fully ready for it.
You're good. So, okay. It's gonna be like a couple hours to get to, I would say, within 30 feet of the wall.
Okay.
So, at one point, would you like to activate this spell? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Do it when you're closer.
Well, I was gonna say, if it's gonna take us that long, I would probably activate my spell. I would say when we're within 15 minutes of the base, just because I don't want to possibly be caught, but I also don't want to lose out on a ton of time.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
You're taking a risk already burning the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
All right.
And I can cast it twice, so if for whatever reason I get to a point where it's going to take us a while to get around it, I'm sure I could probably find a way to step back into the woods and recast it again.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, you guys, Warren, do you have your armor equipped?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
hoping that's not a terrible decision, but here we go.
We'll see.
Yes, does your
No,
armor like adjust to your size? Because if you're going from like 6 foot to 8 feet and a giant troll, that armor gonna snap off.
I was just gonna look like a crop top. No problem. It's just fashionable, man.
Where'd you get that? I gotta buy one.
Louis Vuitton. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck?
Louis Vuitton, the famous bard, whose art is
Just fashion.
clothing design.
I'm wearing some Louis Vuitton myself right now, actually. I don't know if you guys noticed, this robe costs more than most of what you have.
It actually is very fine. That is a detail that you guys would have noticed about Jekyll, is that, and not necessarily rich, but he comes from a place where he probably wouldn't have to worry.
Hey, I've got that shit on.
Okay,
Nepo baby.
so
Nepo baby.
Hey.
You guys get where you're about 30 feet out, right? There are about every 60 feet some torches that are barely burning at the top of these walls. These walls,
Sorry, that was a...
about 50 feet tall, incredibly smoothly polished stone.
Okay.
Like, at a glance, there's no way you're climbing it. Not without a grappling hook, you know. You're out there free climbing. Yeah. They extended a curve either way, or in either direction, as far as you can see.
Okay.
You don't hear pretty much anything other than the chirping of insects, you know, like grasshoppers, maybe cicada sounds.
Interesting. Okay.
So you were stood here in this moment, facing this just wall that extends either way. What do you do? Do you choose a direction? Do you return to camp? What are you thinking? And this is like you cast your spell like a minute ago. You know, you're about 30 feet out from these walls. I've put you in the scene where you have just arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. What do you do?
See if we can find him.
See if we can find what?
An entryway of some sort.
Yeah. I feel like we're still pick a side, like pick a way and go is what I was gonna ask if we should do that. I feel like it's a smart idea.
High or low?
Low.
Okay. Which direction do you choose?
The torches. In which direction do they stop?
They extend out in either direction, roughly every 40 to 60 feet.
And at any point, is there a gap greater than 40 to 60 feet that we can see between any of them?
Not that you can see from here.
Okay. Kendall, pick the direction.
Let's go right.
Okay. So you follow the right wall for about 42 minutes. And I'm saying it this way because to keep up with the timer on your alter self. You get to a point where you can kind of see the roofs of a few buildings over the wall. And the wall extends further, curving at a much harsher semicircular angle.
So what I feel like is if the buildings are back here and we're starting to see some of the roofs, this could possibly be the back side of it. So I'm assuming what we would need to do is go to the left side and go around that way. Because what it's seeming like, if it's in a semicircle, is possibly a circular wall around this area.
Up to this point, it has been pretty straight.
So it's straight and then rounded off a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Neither of you has dark vision, right?
No, I don't think I do. But
I am
do
not
have
sure.
light.
Not certain if I do or not.
I don't believe so. It would be on general under senses.
Yeah, no, then it's not there.
Okay. So, both of you make a perception at disadvantage as it is very dim lighting.
Oh. That's a 2.
So, Kendall, you weren't in here when I explained it. On your skills, where you see on the far side of the screen, there's advantage and disadvantage.
Mm.
You can just click one of those.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I've already rolled twice, so.
Yeah, no.
7 for me.
7?
Yep.
What you can see feels very old. Like nearly the same age as some of the ruins that you have seen in your lifetime as an archaeologist, Raina.
Okay. So I would definitely express that, just being like, this feels like it is very ancient, similar to some of the stuff that I have explored with my teams before.
That would lead one to believe that either a very ancient civilization resides here, or nature has taken over.
Yeah, especially since we don't really hear anything except for bugs and stuff.
Well, how loud
ahead.
are the chirps? How loud are these chirps of these crickets?
Pretty ambient noise level.
Does it sound like any of the chirping is coming from beyond the wall?
Perception check. Give me another perception. Or, you know what? If investigation would work better?
I don't
I'll,
so that I'll take perception if I can.
yeah, run it. This one is sound-based. It's late at night. I think you guys get a flat roll on this unless you otherwise have something that gives you advantage.
I am proficient in investigation. Can I use investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that might help. Just trust.
Well, that's a 9.
I mean, you still roll better than me. I got a fucking 4.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I rolled a 4 plus 5, so I don't know if I like
What
these dice on Quest Portal right now.
What a team we've assembled to infiltrate.
You can roll manually if you would like.
I might have to, because some of these freaking things are giving me. I've got 2 9s and a 2.
It's kind of coming from all around. It's hard to really pinpoint exactly where it's coming from.
So essentially, what I was asking is, crickets don't chirp when predators are near.
I see what you're saying.
If there are predators on the other side of that wall, at least what the crickets may consider predators, we wouldn't be able to hear them on the other side of the wall. But since we didn't make the check, a check to find that out, we wouldn't be able to discern it.
Yeah. You got like you're running out the clock on your alter self.
Yeah. I will try to find somewhere in the area that we're around to possibly like dip into the woods or something and cast again.
Okay.
Well, see, the problem with that, are we going around the other side?
I mean,
Or are we just going to walk in through this entryway, or this possible back way that we found?
I don't know. What would you feel like you would prefer to do?
The least time wasted is just to walk in what we see right now.
Yeah.
To be clear, there's no entrance or anything. It's just more wall that curves the way out of sight.
Okay. I guess we just continue going then.
You recasting alter self?
Yep.
Okay. You travel for another probably about 50 minutes until you see a section of this wall as it begins to curve back around and straighten out again. That has clearly been recently, I say recently, within the last like 10 or 15 years, you think, repaired with materials around you. And you can tell that because everything here is so incredibly sickly green, including the bark and wood of the trees. That this lumber is clearly of the area because it's like a patchwork lumber repair for this wall. Think about that for a second. I have to run to the restroom. Sorry.
So I feel
I'm
like
sleeping through this whole thing.
you sleep like a baby, Jekyll, knowing that we got it, okay?
Knowing that if Warren goes down, he goes down. Okay, guys.
Talking to Chrysanthemum. I think they forgot their grapple hooks.
I mean, obviously, with this piece, we know that somebody's been there. in the last 15 to 20 years.
You notice like it doesn't seem like someone's been there since the last 15, 20.
I feel like it would be that if that was repaired,
Hmm.
it had to have been at some point that somebody was living here. So, I mean, the stories had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
What? Here's the question that was raised in my head: would trolls be repairing anything?
Question.
Mm.
What if there's no trolls here and the stories are just to keep people out?
I mean, that's a very good possibility.
Sorry, guys. Boy, do I love Monster, but boy, does it run through you.
Yeah.
So where are we at? What do you guys think?
I feel like that's a very valid question. I feel like I'm almost out of time on my second round of alter self. So I feel like if anything, we should probably start heading back because we have found an area that we might be able to penetrate since it is just kind of a patch in the wall.
Yeah, I think heading
Um,
back is a good idea too.
Yeah. So I feel like you and I should go ahead and head back and then let everybody know what we've found. But that, I mean, that is a really good point though.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't know if Kane heard it.
I don't think so.
To head back?
Not that. Kelly said, would trolls be actually repairing stuff, or is the story just to keep people out of there?
I like how you think.
I know you do.
I do enjoy having Warren in the party and having to plan around Warren. All right.
Yeah,
So
we're
you guys
gonna
go back
head
to
back.
camp.
Yeah.
What do you tell anything to the fellow players?
Yeah. I
Of
feel
course.
like yeah, I feel like we kind of keep them updated, let them know what we found.
Yeah, and you don't have to explicitly say it out loud, just that you did tell.
Yeah.
One exposition later.
I would also definitely tell them that I wholeheartedly believe that there may not be trolls on the other side of that wall due to the fact that anything was repaired at all.
Yeah.
They are dumb creatures.
Right. So you guys are, you talk, you have your meal, you all bundle down, take your turns on watch. Jekyll, you are in your tent, sat in your. How do you sleep? How do you rest at the
Back,
end of the day?
essentially like Dracula, hands on stomach, laying on back, just resting on my back.
Often pose.
You feel something awaken you, and it is the pressure of someone sitting on your chest, and you can't move as much as you beg your body to move. It will not respond to you.
I can
You
breathe
look
just
up-
fine, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
You look up, and there is, sure enough, the man sat on your chest, pinning your arms to your chest. And in his eyes burns a deep personal hatred that you can feel the intent of without words. This man raises a fist high above his head and brings it down on your nose with a crunch. And then he raises the other one and brings it down and is just pummeling you as you see blood, arterial spray into your line of sight. And just as you feel as if you're going to lose consciousness, you awaken truly in the morning. You recognize this figure.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Very well so. Do I feel anything as I wake up, or all the feeling gone? I felt.
It feels as if you just went to sleep and woke up. You feel fine. I mean, clearly you had some sort of nightmare.
Cold. Yeah, and a cold sweat. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. Got my ass beat.
Paralysis demon's like, hey, bitch.
He didn't. He just my ass, man. Never do to you. I mean, well, that's, what did I do? Oh, fuck. Is anybody else awake?
I mean, if it's the morning, I'd assume so.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah.
Yep.
4 minutes.
Did anybody else see anybody leave here earlier?
Nope.
Not me.
Nope,
No
haven't
one?
seen anybody.
Yeah. I'll frantically check the woods, seeing nothing. But other than that, that's all I have to say. I don't want to talk to them about this specific occurrence. That's it.
And that's fine.
All right, then I'm ready to go.
So, with that, how do you guys approach the kingdom today? How you go about your daily task?
Entering sounds the safest. Just all 5 of us. No need for a stealth check given. Well, I'm going to trust what Warren said and assume there might not be a troll in there. And if somebody created a story to keep trolls out, that means they just want danger out. We're not cause trouble. So,
So it's just as equally possible that it could be something to keep people away from the danger inside.
That is
Either way.
true.
either way, if there is danger inside, then masking 2 people as trolls works so well. If there's danger, we should all be together there to get it and be there for it if we're going to go there anyway.
Hell yeah.
I say we go ahead and go, I guess.
I take
Alright.
a swig of my dwarven ale.
Lead the way.
Someone make a Constitution save.
Constitution. Huh? No, just me. Nine.
Alcohol first thing in the morning is an interesting choice, and you feel it. I'm not gonna punch you super hard. You are a little disoriented, a little cloudy headed.
What were we doing, guys?
Just follow the person in front of you.
So you guys travel. It takes a few hours as a group. You hit about the 2-hour mark, and you traveling through the same path last night, I assume.
Yeah.
Approach this wall. You're again about 30 feet away from it. Which direction do you go?
I mean, should we go in through the way that we found, or should we go the opposite way and see if we can find an entrance somewhere else?
I'm just following you and Warren since you guys are the ones that know where it is.
Say we just go around the same way we tried last time. It'd be the easiest, I guess, for now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just because we know that there is somewhere we can get in there. We're not sure about the other part. So I feel like we'd go back the same way we came last night.
Cool, yeah. So you're moving at a pretty steady clip. You get about to the point where there was a significant curve in the wall.
Mhm.
And as you do, you distinctly hear the sound of something clapping on stone. And one of you looks up, and sure enough, there is stood staring, looking with a confused face, down from the top of this wall, a large troll wearing a tattered scrap leather, what looks like mass produced almost guard helmet that seems very ill-fitting. He's wearing, like, you would think he got his armor from an ancient crypt. It's so old.
And he
Sorry, go ahead.
he distinctively notices us.
He's looking over down at you.
Okay, cool. Hello up there.
Hello? Jerry!
No need to get Jerry. We mean you no harm.
Right. Respectfully, how the hell am I supposed to know that? You're the first person I've seen who's not another troll in 1200. Jerry!
Isn't he a troll right now?
Here.
Jerry, get here. Jerry, come on now.
Real quick, Warren, are you still a troll or did you change back?
No, I changed.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know. Biscuit is so confused at who you're yelling for.
So you see this original troll kind of take a few steps and he's no longer in your line of sight. You hear like hand you can only hear that people are talking, not what they're talking about, for a few seconds. And then 3 trolls, very similar state of disrepair in their gear and uniform, which, by the way, is clearly some sort of uniform. It has this very uniform look to it. 3 of them peek over the wall again. The original troll that you saw, and then 2 distinctly different trolls. One of them kind of tall, lanky, very wiry, a good 6 inches taller than the other 2. One of them is kind of stocky. And then the original one that you first saw, kind of an average build, the tall one speaks. Be ye friend of fro?
Well, none of us have any afros, so we're probably friends.
There's no need to antagonize them, Warren. Let's just call ourselves friends.
He's Jerry.
Which one of you is Jerry?
The squat, large linebacker like built one. With a confused attitude, slowly raises his hand. That would be me.
You may be able to help us. Hello, my name is Warren, and this is my group. We came from a very long way in search of something.
You notice a more defensive demeanor fall over the original troll's face. And he speaks up saying, "What could you possibly need from here?"
Something that is only rumored to be here, so we have no real knowledge of whether or not it actually is.
Right. Well,
An artifact of sorts.
Well, I might have to report this to my captain, of course, but go that way. And he points the opposite way, which you came.
Yep.
You travel that way about an hour and a half along the wall. You'll find a gate. Well, yeah, you trust me. Word will have spread. You'll be fine. You'll be allowed in.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, I picked the wrong way. Onward.
As you guys turn around and start heading back, you see these three guys disappear out of sight very quickly. And you're traveling. Occasionally along the wall, you see what appears to be another trollish guard. Peek his head over and make eye contact with one of you, and step back out of sight. You eventually get here. You see a lowered iron gate, a gap of space, another iron gate, and then two 8.5, 9 foot tall, well armored, trolls standing on the far side of this second internal gate. They make eye contact with you. The one on the left shouts up, and you hear the groan of metal as both portcullises begin to lift slowly. When about 10 feet has cleared, these two guards, pointing halberds at you, step through the gate, and quickly behind them, a large, roughly 10 feet wide, well-built, well-armored troll steps forward. He's got a broadsword on his hip and a kite shield on his back. He actually... What?
You said 10 feet wide?
Or, excuse me, tall.
I was about to say, I would probably shit myself right there.
Big kite shield on his back. He actually appears to be, in comparison, pretty well maintained gear. It's still fucking decrepit, But he says, I'm already trying to do a fucking bad accent. He says, "Right, well, let's wait to the king." And just turns around and begins to walk.
I guess we follow.
No follow.
Yeah.
So, you guys are on the map. I need to stream the map, don't I? There we go. This is the kingdom laid out before you. Where these logs are points of repair. So last night, where Raina and Warren popped out, was about here. And then they traveled along this wall, and this is where they found that, like, repaired wall. Yeah, keep in mind, the scale is not accurate on this.
Yeah.
So, right here is where the gate that you were walked to is. Given this command, how do you respond?
I mean, I follow.
Yep.
At most, I would like to, as following him, make sure that, trolls don't have something planned, just jump us the second we get in. But that would just be perception.
So you're on your guard. Yeah. Making an active look around, you do see a handful of what appear to be villagers, all of them trolls.
So,
Go ahead.
it's so interesting.
Hey guys, I think there might be some trolls in here.
Well, sure enough, almost as if they were late, there's about 6 armored, geared trolls that push out of the crowd, which is gathering to look at you all, and begin to escort you.
And an escort.
That's your. I smelled popcorn, and I was like, "Am I having a stroke?"
No, it's my popcorn.
As you're marched through the city, there's a blend of this ancient stonework that is highly precision crafted, and also, again, very ancient. That is repaired and patchwork repaired in certain places with this new style of architecture.
Now that we're inside, would any of us recognize the stonework?
That is a good question.
Raina, what's your architect thing? Or are you haunted one?
I think I took haunted one on this one. I am an architect, like, background wise, but like my actual background that I chose was haunted one.
If anybody would, it would be Raina. I'm trying to think of what would be. I mean, a history or investigation.
Okay.
I think.
Are we able to all roll that?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I am proficient in investigation. You said investigation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll an investigation. That's a 19.
You have
Okay, cool.
seen architecture.
I rolled a 14 plus 5.
You have seen architecture like this in one place before.
In one place?
One specific place.
Okay.
And you will never forget that place. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, shoot. Okay. Great. Because Warren would know my background, I would probably lean over and whisper it to him. To let him know this is the same architecture as that place.
So be clear, to give you the information, the ruins of Dimmerin are the place where that happened, and, you know,
Dimmerin?
Dimmerin.
Dimmerin.
Yeah.
So I would probably just lean over and tell Warren that. Because Warren obviously would know that part of my background.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Time will tell.
Yeah. I feel like because of this, once Reyna realizes that, Reyna would probably, like, you would see her demeanor change. You would see her spine straighten and her become a lot more cautious of where she is. I feel like you would see that.
After Reyna tells Warren and he sees Reyna act that way, he grabs her for like a little side hug and scratches her head. Yeah.
That's so fucking wholesome.
I was gonna say, that's so cute.
So, this improvised repair, using that same check, it appears to be well done with what materials they had, but the materials that they had was the lumber around them. You know, that's all they had.
Okay.
So some of these walls have on the ground floor like a big 8-foot hole knocked out of the stone that is patched over with green lumber.
Okay.
Yeah. You are moving through the city. The masterwork stone held up in places with this green, verdant green lumber. It almost has this vibe of like a kid's tree house in some places. But everything around you currently, as you are just 10 minutes past the gate, feels very commoner, you know?
Okay.
Like just homes, you know? You move out of this like district and into this large clearing in the center of the kingdom, where there are orchards and vineyards and just as many crops as they can cram into this space. All of them are this same sickly, very like pustulant green.
Okay.
But it's berries and fruits and even wheat, all of this same dark green color. The same as the foliage and animals and the forest surrounding this kingdom. It's the color of troll flesh. It's sickly green and pallid. You're traveling through these fields for a long time. Probably about an hour, honestly. This kingdom is pretty large. You move past these fields and what appears to be more royal vibes, more nice buildings, tall buildings. Just more well maintained, more of an air of wealth surrounds these buildings in this district. But they too are not immune to this patchwork repair style. There's an air of necessity about the repairs.
Interesting. Okay.
You are led to this area here where there is a rusted portcullis set into the ground at an angle, kind of collapsed, leaning into the stone wall opposite of where it should be mounted, with a jagged hole about 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall, which you are led through. A short passageway between the gate and this inner courtyard, which you are led into, that is full, absolutely chock-a-block full of guards.
Okay.
Several about the same size, very nondescript. They all stand around, keeping an eye on you, waiting for a command from this shaman looking kind of troll. You know, she's about half the height of any of these big ogre, you know, they're trolls, but they're large and imposing. Yeah. She stands about half the height. She is wearing a hood about halfway across the top of her head. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And stands with a long, gnarled, shed tree branch staff that has a animal skull of some sort set and enclosed into the branches at the end of it, almost as if a tree reached out and grabbed it, and she ripped the branch away and is now using that.
Okay.
The big guy who was leading you files away into one of these alcoves here, and a few moments pass when a large, very, very large troll walks out of the door here at the far end, where you guys are in the courtyard of a castle right now. Ancient, destroyed, but clearly this once was a place of royalty. Walking out of the door, sorry, just making sure. Yeah. Walking out of this door is a troll who is about 14 feet tall. He's insanely massive. Twice the height of some of the trolls you've seen passing through town. This shaman moves forward towards his side. He sits with his considerable bulk on this bench here in this courtyard. The wood beneath him groaning with effort as his large form assails it. His considerable bulk is not just fat. His muscles appear the rigging of a sailboat, under his skin. He's wearing a ragged white silk shirt, hiding his chest, which is stretched tight around his shoulders, where the sleeves have been cut away. He has a tangle of dreadlocks on top of his head, tied with a fine blue ribbon, and his large beard, or excuse me, the beard on his large head is set with bedazzled, gleaming silver and gold beads and charms, some of them bone. You see a flash of sharp teeth and sickly yellow eyes beneath this mess of hair and beard as he drops down onto the seat. You even hear the leather of his pants like creak with the movement. He sits and scratches his chin, and you can hear the beads jangling in his beard. With a finger, he beckons the shaman. She approaches silently, pulls a sort of a rectangular, about 10-inch by 6-inch piece of crystal from one of her sleeves, as if producing it from nowhere, and hands it to him. He watches some sort of flickering images across this piece of crystal, flat piece of crystal, and sits silently for a minute. You lot are the first intelligent beings to darken my doorstep in what must be... don't even know how long. What have you to say for yourself?
Well, first, a question.
Right.
How may we address you?
Well, I was once a king, but I have proven myself to have not be worthy of that title in a long time. You could call me Clancy.
Okay, Tom. Um, well, hello, I'm Warren. We've come to you today because we seek something that may or may not be here. And above all, if that is not here, we seek information.
He holds up this tablet. So is that why you killed my brother in Iwate?
Ah. Well, you see, I'm sure you are aware of the works of mercenaries and how one may be paid to undertake dangerous jobs to ensure the safety of nearby civilizations, yes?
I'm aware.
As we may have dispatched your brother, we had no knowledge of him being your brother, nor do we have any intention of breeding ill will here.
You say this, yet you have bested the most violent, aggressive, and skilled fighter I had at my disposal, and then done the impossible in traveling here, a place that we have not been able to leave for some 1,200 years.
So, would you like to leave this place? Is the question then. Is that what your goal is? You don't want to be here anymore?
He slams the tablet down on the ground where it shatters, and the shaman like gasps, but quickly gains composure of herself. and just kneels and begins to go. There is nothing I would like more!
Perfect. I think we can help each other out. I have many friends in many places.
Do your friends know casually how to shed the ire of the gods? Because I firmly believe at this point that short of killing Vaprek, short of defying fate herself, there is no way. It was a miracle that my brother Bertrand got off this godforsaken piece of land. He breathes heavily to himself. He's trying to find his words. What can you possibly do about this, as far as I'm concerned, blood debt that you owe for killing my kin, who sought only to shed the curse that has plagued us for as long as we can remember now? For what? For some gold?
What did we get for that, actually? I would like to remember.
The sword from Iwito, I believe, right?
Yeah. Warren bonded to the Moontouch Greatsword, and you got some sake and some gold. A few other looty items.
I don't want to play that card just yet.
Now, quick question before we continue. I have those letters on me that describe in detail the betrayal that was happening. Should we show him that his brother was not just trying to rid a curse, or ask him who was trying to help him rid the curse? Because obviously those tell you that it wasn't him trying to rid a curse, necessarily. He was doing it for something else.
You can present those if you would like.
I'm asking, I feel like I'm asking the other party members, like, how they feel about that, too.
You might as well.
It did sound like you had a butt.
You might as well.
It did sound like you said you were getting ready to be like, but...
No. My bad.
No, you're...
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure.
No, sounds like a good idea. I feel like context is very important in every situation. And I feel like...
But if anyone's going to hand them off, it'll be Warren.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that troll like terrorizing the village we went to?
He was.
He was, yes. Per the directions of one of the sons?
Yeah, of the
guy.
Of the son of Yuji.
Yeah.
I will say it, you guys have come across it. Like you're talking about it. It's clear that Clancy has a very different image of Bertrand than you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons that I was like, I feel like maybe we need to show him the letters to show that he was actually helped to get off this island in order to essentially terrorize a town. paid to terrorize, not to fix a curse.
To bring the was the son's using him involvement in every letter, because we could skew the message and only hand him, like, for example, 2 and show just what he did and not that it was directed by the people there, because he might have an idea that he was doing it to survive and bear himself from a curse.
You're thinking a very interesting way.
There is a chance that his because his idea of his brother is so high, he would think of the best. Like, think about somebody you're close to. You would try to think of the best case scenario to try to keep their image well in your head. If he sees that he's being directed by a person, it would just be he was still trying to live and doing all that he thought he could to live. Is there a possibility we can skew the information, leave out what we don't need him to see?
I am going back to I'm trying to go back to the letters to look at them again.
Need to take and ruin others to gain for yourself. I don't think that makes you the greatest person.
Hey, some people are in a bad situation. They can't do anything about it. That's probably what he's going to.
You'd be surprised what survival would make somebody do.
Yet there's
Exactly.
still have a heart during that time. It shows your
But at
true
the same
character.
time,
It doesn't make to where that's who you'll always be and all this and that. But I do say that it shows who you are really.
at the same time, this is also, he was alone as well, supposedly. He's the only troll that got off the island. So this is also decisions made alone without anybody really backing him up. So realistically, survival is the passing point here.
So we get my dwarven name.
Okay.
This guy needs to shut up.
I feel like this one that was specifically talking about Bertrand is maybe done by our king. Because it's the one that says, recover the ring at all costs. Killing is not necessary. However, if you must, do what you must. I need not reiterate how important this is to us, to our people. The forest must be forgiven, Bertrand. Live up to your legacy and find our forgiveness. I am putting the trust of the kingdom in your hands. I will be sending a handful of goblins in your wake to help distract from your goal. Use them to the best of your ability. We need the rings of stone, wind, and ice now with the ring of fire in our kingdom's treasury. Make your home proud. This is the first step in restoring ourselves to the proud people we once were. So I feel like this one is maybe by the guy that we are talking to currently.
Well, absolutely sounds like something that a brother would say, or at least that sounds like a letter sent by the kingdom he's from.
So I feel like that one we will hold on to, because obviously that's the one that he thinks, like, that's why he's so adamant, like, no, all of this kind of stuff. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
So I feel like that one we'll hold on to.
This also brings to light in my head. They are also looking for these artifacts.
They are.
We don't have any. It's all Fionn, right?
Now,
Correct.
I think Fionn has it, yeah. Now I will say, I feel like he is trying to find all of these because he feels like he needs it to get off the island. Or out of this forest. By the way, I did find what we all got from that, and it was the Moontouch Greatsword, the Elemental Ring of Stone, Sentinel Shield, pouch of gold containing 450 gold, and a Cloak of Protection. That's what we got from that one.
Perfect.
I do think it might be a good idea to show him the betrayal one of Gone and maybe the Letter of Retribution. Because The betrayal says, I have done research that leads me to believe that you and your people may be searching for a certain relic. I have a reason to believe that I know where the relic may be, and if you're willing to do a favor for me, I can assure you that you will receive this relic. My father wears a family heirloom around his neck at all times, a ring made of stone, and infused with the power of raw Terra magic. I do not know why you would wish to possess this item, but I do know that my father has grown fat and complacent. In a day upcoming, my father will be parting the night away with an old friend and will be deep in his cups. I will make sure that he is well and truly drunker than a skunk, and you will ambush us as I carry his body from the party, and you will attack us and kill him. If you do this for me, you are welcome to take the ring off his corpse and rough me up, but leave me alive to take his place as the heir to the shogunate. Send a man to complete this task quickly and quietly on the 4th night of the 3rd week of February 1237. And then the follow-up, the reason I'm saying the retribution part is because that one says, I am severely upset with the way this matter was handled, and my father has even sought to solve this issue by having your man put down. I cannot have this issue escalate any further, and my involvement will be revealed. I have had my own beloved sword taken from me, and this will not stand. Pray I get to your man before this contact of my father does, for my fury will be greater than any, or that of whatever wandering mercenary my bumbling idiot of a father will send. This could have been simple and easy, but you chose to complicate it. I will personally watch the light drain from your eyes for this disgrace that you have brought upon me. Know that, you filthy creature.
That's
Yeah.
That'll
So
do.
I feel like the betrayal and the retribution are good letters to show him, but I definitely think the missive we don't show him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
I because Warren said you would like to hand them over, right?
Yep.
So I would hand them to Warren.
How exactly did we come about finding these again?
In the cave, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
There was an ancient building deep in a cave along the river just outside Iwate that he was holed up in.
Okay, so we found them right after killing him.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Clancy, may I approach you?
With caution.
Of course. We found these letters after dutifully dispatching your brother that unveil a sort of scheme. You may need to read them.
Why would I believe that these are anything other than documents crafted falsely to secure your own safety?
Well, for that, we do have one from a pretty credible source. That's the man in front of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
While it wouldn't be a good message, it would be to show that they're authentic.
I mean, if we want to show credible source, I can always hand over that one as well.
Because only one person should have that one. So
Yeah.
that would be
That would be the only way. I guess we'll do it.
All right, I'd hand that one over too.
You proffer the third one. He looks cautious, begins to read, and this blank look befalls his face as he's reading through the document. Can I get everybody to make a perception check, or excuse me, persuasion check?
okay. Persuasion is charisma. Oh. Okay.
23, Warren.
Jesus Christ.
13 Jekyll.
19 Sound of Wind.
So 14.
14?
Raina. Mhm.
Sorry, what did Sound of Wind get?
19.
19? Okay. You see the letter that's from him. He crumples it in his hand. One hand. Almost into a ball before he thinks better. And uncrumples and straightens it out. He stands up. He stands up, looks out across the courtyard at everyone gathered. Back to your stations. You, he points generally to the party. Follow me.
I follow.
Yeah.
All of the guards file out into the rooms on either side, the alcoves on either side. And you are led through the double doors into this sort of receiving hall, dining room kind of feel. Where Clancy, the king, somberly marches to the end of the table, sits down, looks around the room. This place is decrepit. It's old. He looks around and says, "Well, sit."
And that's exactly what I'll do.
Yep.
Before Raina sits, could she look at the walls a little bit?
Yeah.
Could she see if there's possibly any runes or anything around the area that she could see?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope, that's a 9. I rolled a 4.
You get the vibe that this shaman, who has followed you in as well, kind of, she runs anything magical around here. That's all you can really get from that.
Okay. I just didn't know because of the building and stuff if I saw anything from what could be the curse that they are talking about that they feel is, in this area because of what happened to me.
Yeah.
But, okay, go ahead. Raina has a seat.
Sound of Wind, Chrysanthemum.
Insight catch anything weird going on right now?
You have a pretty high passive, huh?
Yeah, 14.
Same here.
You get a feeling of somberness from Clancy and nervousness from the shaman. That's about all that gets.
Okay. I take a across the table from Clancy.
Oh, okay. All right.
At the opposite head.
Yeah.
Okay.
My head's just peeking over the table.
Oh no, this is like average size person chairs and such. He's
Okay.
way too large for this.
Fair.
Warren's going to take the seat that is closest to Clancy.
I will take the seat furthest. Warren.
I'll sit next to the sound of wind.
I'll sit next to Warren.
Sorry, where are you, Chickle?
Right beside Raina.
We'll just put a random dude here for representation.
That works.
Oh, hey there,
As
John.
long as there's no taxation without it.
Yeah. And then the shaman.
Does the shaman sit with us or just stand in the corner?
She stands in the corner.
Okay.
All Blair Witch. No.
Raina would probably kind of keep her eye on her.
Noted. Clancy speaks up. You. How could you? You must not know of us. I was a king long ago. Long before the Shattering. Sorry, I got it wrong.
You're good.
I'm gonna grab a bottle of water. Oh wait, never mind. I just grabbed one a minute.
Did you forget you had water?
He's been bad lately.
No, I get that.
It happens.
It's so goofy.
I just watched a video a little bit ago that described it perfectly. It's like your brain is like a computer where you have a bunch of tabs open. So it doesn't work properly.
Oh.
I was like, that's accurate.
Are we gonna apologize to this guy?
Jekyll probably would not
Sorry,
off rip.
I have a bladder the size of a fucking pea. I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish that exposition without using the restroom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would probably not be apologizing to this guy off rip. He may be in a tighter circumstance, but my argument would be the flashes on my chest that I received.
Wait,
At
what?
least Warren should apologize. You said killed your brother dutifully.
I'm not the one who killed him, after all.
Who
I
killed?
mean, I don't feel like we need to apologize after we just showed him the situation of why we had to kill his brother.
I feel like at least for pleasantries, though.
Yeah.
Sorry it had to happen, at least that sentence.
I can get that. Yeah, sorry it had to happen, but
Biscuit.
Things
Stop.
happen. Blah, blah, blah.
I can say that Warren will not be the one saying it.
Neither will Jekyll.
Well, for a totally different reason.
Get drunker during this meeting and then Ball apologizing to him.
He's full in tears, like, man, I'm so sorry about your brother, man.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. Just repeating.
One bad Constitution save.
Warren is not one to apologize for the actions that he did with any intention.
Fair enough.
makes sense.
Well, it's not an apology for the action. Like a sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not saying that shit either, man. He slashed me across the fucking chest like 3 times. See, I like to think Jekyll is a bit more stuck up.
Yeah, we can tell by what he's wearing.
What do you mean? It's because you're jealous that you're broke. I mean, you got to come at me. Just because I'm fly. Just because I'm fly. Ain't I'm clean though? Look at this.
God damn it.
Starts dancing in front of his chair. Look.
I stole it.
I can see Jekyll hitting the gritty on this guy's brother's dead body.
Want to see what I did when he fell down? This is what I call the gritty. Hold on. Oh.
I feel like with the way Jekyll's talking right now, I could see him just get up and start strutting across the room, be like, "You see this?" Like he's on freaking Next Top Model or something.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to. The second that they're gone, I want to use a talking point is like, said that was your strongest warrior, and you're in a room alone with us. I wouldn't try to say anything bad about us right now.
Speaking of,
Clearly capable.
all at the table, ready to go.
Yeah.
All good.
So he speaks. He says, "I was a king long ago, long before the shattering. Even I had a court mage and a court bishop that I relied on heavily for their oracle-style visions, received claimantly from the gods. My oracle reported that the gods were angry with the world and they planned to destroy it and rebuild. Upon receiving this information, I began to seek a way to survive, as we all do. My court mages and wizards and magical experts scrambled to outsmart the gods and avoid the death at their hands. They found a spell, but it required being at sea in order to avoid the shaking of the land and to absorb some of the power of raw magic that was required for the shield. So I had a great ark built, one that could hold thousands of people, everyone in my kingdom. His kingdom today, what you've seen, maybe a few hundred people. Eventually, the shattering came. We scrambled and set sail. The shielding spell slammed shut at the last minute. A streak of every color of flame and smoke rocked down from the heavens and slammed into the soil which we had just vacated. A wave of magical energy crashed out, slamming into the shield, and it held true. The ship stayed up amongst the torrential downpour that followed. Waves crashed over the magical barrier, waves twice as high as the grand ship itself. But the wards held firm. It lasted for weeks. The ship, sometimes completely under the water, for days, under the thrashing waves. But eventually, the sea calmed. The sun shone through the clouds again. The mages let the shield drop, and they began scrying, looking for land. set foot on and reestablish our kingdom. Land was found, but weeks' journey away. Resources were low. The time hiding from the wrath of the gods had taken its toll, leaving the ship on meager rations. The sea was blasted with magic, and no fish would bite our lines. Our nets came up empty. Those who dared to eat sea foliage, any bit of vegetation that washed up along the surface, fell sick and withered away within hours. The curse of the gods had taken hold. Eventually, having lost several hundred of our crew, of our kingdom, we did find land, but it was the continent which we stand now. We lost a lot of people climbing those cliff faces. He looks down at his hands. The whole time, every time he's taken a break to speak, he's just got this, like, he's so frustrated and upset over it still. Who we didn't lose to the coral reefs and jagged cliff faces. We traveled inland. We set up camp in the very forest in which you currently stand. We began to hunt, but no real game was found. A few magically irradiated squirrels and rabbits that led to the same killing curse as sea foliage. People fed on scraps, leather, whatever they could eat. And after many weeks, the people were at their wits' end, rabid with hunger and angry towards myself. Angry that they had lost friends and loved ones along the journey, facing a curse from the gods for slighting their purge. Tensions were growing, and I had mages gather in this keep and attempt to solve the issue. For days, their search went on. A dozen mages of the finest caliber, the last of their kind on this face of this planet, as far as we knew, but they couldn't find anything at all. They tried spells, purifying spoiled and rotten food, but it was to no avail. The curse of the gods truly showed its face. We were never intended to survive. Each day began to feel like weeks. It seemed all hope was lost until the trolls attacked. I guess we used to be human.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
At night, they fell upon our settlement. They were the true natives here. Many casualties were suffered on both sides. I bit my tongue. On both sides. But in the end, we won out. We figured out fire was their weakness and used it great advantage. Who had the idea first? No one remembers, as it was 1,000 years ago. And the little things have a way of escaping you over all this time. But we noticed every limb we hacked off grew back. We did what we had to do. We had no other choice. we would have all died. Slow, painful deaths. Starvation. I couldn't watch anyone else die. I'd do it again if I had to. Tears are streaming down his face. He wipes his eyes and he says, after we ate our fill, we used their bones as fertilizer and crushed them into bone meal, spreading it amongst our fields. Eventually, the plants started to turn green, sickly, but we had no other option. We had to eat. And it wasn't long before we began to turn ourselves. Our mages were decimated. The only one here is the shaman you see before you. He points. Not points. He kind of waves his hand casually at the shaman in the corner. Beatrix here is our last mage. And she has been here with us, guiding our way since then. We've never made another mistake of such a grave nature with her advisory. Maybe. I assume you have not brought the artifact that my brother was sent to claim.
We have not.
Right.
Though we have been sent to claim a similar artifact.
You have.
Yes. 1 second.
I'm gonna go pee real quick. Be right back.
Time to take a bathroom break if you guys need to.
I am back. Sorry.
No, you're
You're
fine.
gonna have to bathroom break.
Oh,
Yeah, I
bathroom
was
break?
gonna say- yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna be here, right, gang?
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a question.
Yep.
Having been from the Feywilds, has Warren ever seen anything like this?
No.
Okay.
This is like truly unheard of in any way. Like, to put it in crunchy statistics, it would take a 30 for you to roll to recall any information on this.
Okay, that's fair. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
You can always try. You get a 1.
You need at least a plus 10 to your fucking roll, and you'd still have to roll a 20.
Yep, you can always try.
Well, I mean, one time, the druid of our party cast Pass Without a Trace, and I rolled a 38 on my stealth check.
Yeah,
You
I'd love to be the DM that gets to say, all right, so you're caught. You actually needed to get a 39. All right.
I just want to check real quick. That was kind of dark shit, and we haven't faced anything that dark yet. Everybody
Yeah,
good?
Jekyll is very silent. Will probably not pipe up. He's trying not to throw up.
So I'm gonna have a very hard time retaining a lot of what was said. I'm led to believe by much of the wording that they were attacked by trolls. At a heavy loss, they won, and then out of necessity, they ate them.
You are correct.
Okay. All right. That's wild. I would also be led to believe that eating the trolls turns them into trolls, but we don't have that knowledge yet.
I think it was the plants. Plants had turned green, and then that was the gradual formation. Or am I wrong about that? Because that's what it sounded like. It said they crushed the bones of the trolls, put it into the ground for fertilizer. The crops grew green, slowly began that transformation. Or am I thinking wrong?
I will say, so far as you guys know, like he has not shared that information.
No.
It's fair to say you can assume that that's what he believes
Okay.
from the conversation he's had so far.
So I would definitely not like to eat anything here.
Good thing we got rations.
Yep.
Mhm.
And somebody has Goodberry, right?
Oh yeah, we know the spell Goodberry.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you got
That's all.
two druids on your party.
Yeah, Goodberry is
Are we
all
not
we
gonna-
need.
Yeah, we could leave them some good berries. Wonder if that'll do anything to them.
Um, Tis an interesting.
Yeah. A potion, cure of some sort, or anything that we have, not even like specifically for it. And I don't know what anything like that would do.
I'm more impressed that you guys didn't blink when he implied that they are some 1,230 something years old minimum.
Hey, my head is already there, boss.
I was about to be asking that the whole time, but I was like, can trolls really live that long?
No,
Blah,
it's
blah,
not.
blah.
It's not trolls. I'm worried about living that long. They used to be human.
Yeah, they used to be human and now they're trolls, and they've lived for that long.
For 10 to
Something-
20 years as trolls, or
Something very, very unnatural has occurred.
Yes.
sure, definitely probably most likely with the curse. But
I'm assuming it has something to do with the shattering. But we'll get there eventually.
by the way,
Yeah.
Jekyll is trying not to. He's definitely just trying to hold himself together. This is not news that he likes.
I'm definitely going to be asking some very good questions.
I mean, run it. I think we're all ready to continue.
Indeed.
Peace.
Indubitably.
So, Clancy.
Yeah.
Said Beatrix was your final mage that you have at your disposal.
Correct. She was
May I ask how long you've known her?
with us before the shattering. You notice Beatrix has like a cautious look on her face. Reyna.
Okay.
She has not spoken up yet, though.
I would keep my eye on her still, but I don't think I would alert Warren to that yet because I don't want to alert Clancy into what I'm like kind of what I'm thinking.
And address with a heavy heart. Jekyll would like to address. If sorry, give me a second. How did he get off? How did your brother get off the island to begin with? If you struggled to get off anyway,
I don't know. We tasked him, or excuse me, gave him the task and hoped for the best.
And you saw him leave, or he was just gone?
Well, I personally dispatched him.
How did you send out the letter?
I was concerned. I
Hmm.
I had Beatrix spry on him and sent a raven. Or Beatrix did.
Now that crystal, it can replay past?
Well, Beatrix speaks up. It could. But she holds up a handful of crystal shards from where he slammed it into the ground earlier. It'll take me weeks to create another.
So you didn't try to use this crystal to find out how he got off the island?
Honestly, I was scared to see a corpse at the bottom of the ocean. It's, to my understanding, not perfect. It's using. I'm never good with magic. I can't understand using traces of a person's energy. It can see where they've been to a degree, but you're not gonna look back more than a few weeks. Is that right, Beatrice? It's highly complicated, but basically.
So you're saying there's no way to look past those times? Unless maybe we had a trace of energy with us.
Well, it's long gone now.
Well, your brother was an unarmed, or was not an unarmed man, and we didn't just leave his equipment in the cave. Would that be possible to trace back?
I mean, it's been how long since you killed him?
I'm not good with time.
It's been like at least a month. You guys were traveling from River Forge on the boat for 6 weeks.
Yeah, we were on the ocean for a while.
Well, it's definitely been just a bit over a month, if I had to guess.
Well, like I said, it would take me weeks to recreate the enchantment full of rare uh, rare items that I even need to enchant another crystal tablet, and then find a crystal large enough to carve down into a viewing screen of sorts. It would definitely be an impossible task to view anything that Bertrand has done at this point.
Well, Jekyll just looks at Clancy and sighs, and just crosses his arm and leans back in the chair, mumbles to himself like, maybe if you didn't fucking break it.
You actually mumble that?
Not hearable, but all you would be heard is just a barely anything audible.
Right. Perception, guys.
You got
Okay.
it.
No. Against you. A perception check is
Oh.
being made against you.
Boy.
Bertrand leans forward and you hear the wood creak beneath him. Would you care to say that out loud where the rest of us can hear you?
Said, maybe you didn't break the item in question. would be a different story.
Before we roll initiative, may I interfere?
For real.
Bertrand has taken, or excuse me, Clancy has taken a few seconds to respond to that. So yeah, you have a few seconds to interject.
Clancy? Yes, I would ask that you do not attack this young one. He knows not of respect.
I can tell that.
I know the
Tell me.
respect.
Though he is of our party, he is not a representation of it.
Very much so.
Tell me then. What should I refer to you all as?
Above table. This is where the DM is asking us to name our fucking party, huh?
Yep.
See,
Whether individually or you give yourselves a group name, doesn't matter, but he's explicitly asking for your names.
so specifically names, or he wants a group name. He wants names or group name.
He asked what he asked. Interpret it how you may.
I guess everybody introduce yourself, because I've already literally
Yeah.
just come up with a group name.
Well, I am
You guys go.
Jekyll. Jekyll. As you can see, I am Dragonborn.
Yes, glad to see that your kind has prospered.
Very well so. You are quite perceptive, man. They are wise people. Dig it.
And the rest of you?
I am Chrysanthemum.
Ah, yes, you're interesting. Where are you from?
I'm from the Feywilds, I believe.
Right. Interesting lot you carry yourself with.
They're pretty cool comrades, I'd say so myself.
Well, if you don't like your traveling party, what are you doing with them?
Oh, I said they're pretty cool comrades, if I had to say so myself.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying he was saying it like, well, yeah, of course you like them. You travel with them.
Oh yeah, no, of course, of course.
Yeah. He looks to Raina. Warren, I like where your head's at.
I like those. Raina would be very wary, but Raina would look up and be like, "The name's Raina." She doesn't want to say too much. She still doesn't trust the mage in the corner.
Mm-hmm. He looks across the table at Sonderwind. And you?
I am the late, the great.
Oh, I love when it picks up.
That's awesome.
Right.
My
Well,
vote also goes to green.
I hold not anger against you. But you will excuse me if it is hard to forgive the death of my family, especially if he had found a way to prosper off of this god-forsaken continent. But I bring up the issue now. We want to escape, and you want something from us. That proposes a deal.
I would preface your deal by saying that depending on the circumstances of your current situation that we are yet unaware of, there may not be 100% guarantee. I'm sure you understand that.
It's been 1,200 years. Nothing is certain. I do understand.
May I ask your mage here a question?
He nods. She's her own person. Beatrice. She steps up to the opposite edge of the table here.
Now, before I ask this, Kane, I want you to think of all the possible ways you could answer this. Okay?
Okay.
From what kingdom did you hail from before you came here?
I heard you. I'm checking notes and thinking.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can understand why this thought process has entered my mind.
She speaks up and she says, well, as Clancy here can confirm, the kingdom was known to the world as Kingdom of Lost Plains.
I don't want to ask if she was correct, but could I? Because that would just send the whole thing south fast, depending on how they would check in insight. But I'd like to look at Clancy and roll an insight check to see if he is uneasy about her answer.
Yeah, make that roll.
It'll be 14.
14. It seems as if the knowledge she has presented is a truth that he knows.
Okay.
With Raina's background, being archaeology, and being that she has studied a lot of ruins and things like that of different kingdoms that have fallen, do you think I could do a history check or investigation check to see if I know anything about what she's speaking of and see if there's any truth behind it at all?
History check.
Cool.
Advantage.
Advantage?
Yep.
That was a 16 and that's a 14 plus 3, or yeah, plus 3. 17.
Damn.
You said 17.
Yeah, I got a 16 and a 17. I rolled a 13 and a 14.
In the crypts where your incident happened, there were runes inscribed in the headstone of this room. In the room, there were 8 sarcophagi, 4 on either side of the room. Inscribed in the plaque were the words in a dead form of common. Here lie the greatest warriors of Lost Plains.
Did it have any names?
No. The ruins at that point were too damaged.
No, I know. I really don't like this bitch. I really don't like her. I don't want anything to go south, but I feel that Reyna would look to them and say, can you tell me how many Grey Warriors you had buried before leaving?
Before leaving?
Before having to run away? Before the shattering?
Not for certain. There were many buried in the crypts under the great halls of our original kingdom.
There was one specific spot that was known. They were said the Great Warriors.
You'll have to forgive me. As our King Clancy, he says, don't call me that anymore. As Clancy has said, some of the smaller details escape us. Ah, that was me not being able to talk.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Escape us through the years. It's been so long. I was not a part of the city guard. I was not a part of the military. I that's just a piece of knowledge I don't have.
Clancy, do you?
There were 8.
I would look to Warren because I'm sure at this point Warren would realize what I'm doing and just nod, like very slightly. Just to kind of tip Warren off about it.
Now let's come to the terms of this proposal you wanted to speak on.
The
You want
ratings were
to leave the island,
yes.
and we would like the artifact, which you may or may not possess.
Correct.
What knowledge do you have of this island?
Not a lot. Beatrix here would have more knowledge. She has done extensive scrying across the land, trying to map it out from the safety of our kingdom here. And as such, we have a basic understanding of the topography. But That's about it.
Who among you, alive or recently deceased, would have had the most knowledge, and or maybe especially if it was personal knowledge of exploring this island? Do you send out scouting parties?
No, it's just not worth it.
Hmm.
We don't know what exists in this land, and we sit here in the safety of our walls.
What do you know of the doppelganger that attacked our camp?
Beatrix perks up. She stands a little taller. There was a doppelganger in our woods.
Yes.
Yes,
Clancy,
we
Clancy does not respond. He just lets Beatrix speak. Jekyll, you were saying?
we even have proof of such.
Oh. What? How?
Well,
She is.
after
She's walked around the side of the table and is closer to you guys.
after it made a extremely unsuccessful attempt of murdering us, I decided to take some of its skin, some of its hide.
I don't know that I would call punching you in the side of the head for 30 damage extremely.
Pretty good hit. A lot of us would have went down.
Well,
I'm just using you as a DM.
It didn't.
That's just aura.
But it took the form of our great friend. Yeah, I didn't pick up.
Woosh here.
The form of our great friend Woosh here, and sucker punched me. To which it was met with a very swift end.
Indeed.
I have seen this, Beatrix. No life in or around these woods, save for the occasional green squirrel or finch hiding in the foliage.
Have
This
there
is
been
interesting.
any strange noises at all? Perhaps?
I mean, you can interview the guards if you like, but not to my knowledge.
I'll definitely need to speak with them shortly.
Well, I may have an answer to all of our problems. Tell me, did you collect anything from that doppelganger?
Yes.
Did we? Ah,
Yeah, we got this. Your skin, remember?
I mean, of course.
Got a lot of
But
skin. I'm sure we can pass on some of it.
did we get anything else though?
No,
Like a
that-
vial. You got blood, didn't you?
you did get some doppelganger blood.
Ah, okay. That is not showing in my inventory.
Yeah.
We got 7 pounds of skin and the blood. I think 3 vials.
Yeah, let me add that. inventory. Okay, yeah. At the bottom of other possessions, it should be on there now. If not, just refresh. It should be. But
There it is. Yeah, I see it.
you have it.
Sick.
Go ahead.
Could I be led to believe this is what she's asking for?
Not necessarily specifically blood, but anything gathered from the corpse of would be applicable.
Well, I was able to gather some blood from it as well.
You have it. Oh my god. She runs away into another room, is gone for about 30 seconds, and runs back, and she's got this like 2 foot long by 1 foot wide, and then just probably 10-inch thick massive tome that has seen better days. She opens the book and begins furiously flipping through it. What languages does everybody speak?
Damn.
Hold please.
Hey, I was gonna take a second. Common, Draconic, Druidic, and Elvish. I'm probably exempt.
I think it's in
Common sign language, primordial, and Sylvan.
let's go all the way down.
I've got to figure out where the hell that's at first off.
It's on the general at the bottom.
Are you on? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you on Quest Portal?
No.
If you are, it's on general, and then scroll all the way down to proficiencies in language.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom.
Celestial, Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Draconic, Druidic, Orcish, and Uncommon.
I have Abyssal, Common, and Primordial.
So, those of you that speak Druidic, actually, yeah, you can pick up a couple words here and there, but as you glance over, it's not 100% readable to you. But there's definitely some like fragments that you're picking up. It's like Old English to present day English, you know.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would my monocle cover that?
Oh shit.
I bet it would.
Oh wait, what does your monocle do again?
It can translate certain specific written languages. Just I can see through it, and
At the most, what can I hear? Because I definitely do speak Druidic.
no, it is not. It does not cover it.
Damn.
Yeah, well, I guess the question is, what do I hear so far? Because I at least know that, which is very lucky fool.
She's flipping through a massive book, and as you glance over, this is what you catch on the pages.
You could read it.
She speaks up. Our theory, she's very frantic, has been that Vaprak cursed us for what we did to his kind. There's legend of a god-killing poison. And part of it is doppelganger blood. For it has amorphous abilities. Something that gods can't cope with. They can't. The shifting nature of it is part of the fabric of the very world around us, the things that they can't change.
Real quick. Given that given that Warren is a changeling, would he have this knowledge in any capacity?
I think it depends how, and your backstory, close would you be to your doppelganger parent?
Oh,
That would be an interesting one. I don't think Warren would have been there very long. So I guess that's out of the question then.
Yeah, unless you did specific research into doppelganger
Yeah.
physiology and history, which, you know, you're half doppelganger. It it would make sense that you had. That's if you would like to say that that's part of your research that you've done in your history. I will allow a
Well,
history check on it.
I don't think that would be information that Warren would have ever sought out.
Yeah, which is fair. Um, that's the stance of a lot of half orcs, half anything, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Though this does bring the question, would hearing this information cue Warren into the fact that he may have the same capability himself?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
you have an above average intelligence score. I don't think that requires a check.
Okay, cool.
What is Warren's current appearance? I know, not a troll, but
Well, metagaming, I would tell you anything but a changeling, but because I didn't know what species may be on this island, he's just gonna be in his normal changeling form.
so what you normally always, or what your basic form is?
Say that again.
So like your actual natural form?
Did you say troll form?
Your actual natural form.
Okay, natural form. Yes.
I did not hear natural either. I'm just saying.
I
same.
heard the, I
I
heard
can
the,
understand.
I heard the last two syllables of natural, and it sounded like troll to me, and I'm like,
No, that's more like my character at this point.
yeah. But yeah, I'd just be in my changeling form, I guess, which you can do with that information what you will now.
I
Okay.
absolutely will.
So just to establish a baseline, I mean, you guys can see Warren's token, uh, kind of a gray-skinned, middle-aged man with, uh, is that like silver, white, platinum? Yeah, platinum.
Go like somewhere between like white and gray, but like heavily leaning toward white with some still like dark gray strands in there.
Yeah. Um. This this Beatrix is mumbling and stuttering, and with just a few other items, I could make a poison that we could challenge a god with. I mean, I would have to figure out how to contact and pull him into this realm, but we have troll blood. I have notes on dark rituals, which I would hate to turn to, but we're in dire straits, obviously. I believe if you could get a few ingredients for me, I could create a poison that would kill the god that cursed us. And
And
in go ahead.
and what exactly did you say this god's name was?
Veprak.
Cool.
Um,
Did I make a check to see if I know who the hell that is?
I would
Yep.
like to do that as well.
let me go to where it is in my notes.
Let me pull up my dice. I would like to do that as well.
That'd most likely be a religion check, of course.
No problem. What is that? It's a wisdom modifier?
In
Int. Okay, cool.
Yes, that is a religion check. The druids have advantage on this check.
fine.
So I roll twice.
Correct.
Warren gets
That's
a
a
19.
13.
Warren got a 19.
Yes, sir.
You gonna make a check?
Me?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, I can.
I do one as well
Yes.
Yes, you'll get advantage because you're a druid, so definitely try.
for religion, right?
Yes. Plus 3. That's a 6 for Rena.
Okay, I got 23.
Holy
Damn.
shit!
That's a nat 20, by the way.
That is awesome.
Said that like I got a 23. Is that good?
So, Warren, what'd you get, Rena?
A 6.
Okay. Warren and Chrysanthemum. Vaprek is known as Vaprek the Destroyer. He, in history, is a lesser deity of greed, destruction, frenzy, and violence. He's the patron deity of ogres and trolls. He was considered one of the interloper gods of the giants. Athea, the mother of giants, had an affair with him, which led to the birth of the ogre race. He is nothing. He appears to be a troll. He is brute. He is anger. He is savagery. He is everything that you would hate to encounter in a god. And I've sent a picture in general chat on Discord.
Gross.
Oh, my.
What a handsome fella.
Honestly, from the neck down, yeah, no.
I'd do it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I love how you said that right as I was saying, why did she have an affair with him?
That nose is why.
I mean, you never know how that nose got down. You have no idea.
Just use your nose.
Looks like a goblin on steroids.
No, he's all natty.
I like it. It's cool.
He's
So,
really cool.
Given the description that you have told us, there's no reason to not want this god to be past tense.
Correct. He is evil. Like
That is the information I was probing for. So, what other ingredients might you need?
as she begins reading deeply. I would need the fangs of a king spider, the intact stem and flower of a forget-me-not, and I would also need the focus and blood of a hag. Now, there is a hag that lives on the coast of this continent. I have discovered that through my scrying.
Good thing you said that.
It is very lucky for us, indeed. And as far as the other two things, I mean, there are giant spiders that roam the woods at night around the kingdom. Our guards have spotted them. I honestly could not tell you if any were a king spider, but if any were to be, it would be them. As far as the forget-me-not, again, I don't know where one grows, but it says here they grow in graveyards. As I'm doing this, like, humming and ticking, it's her scanning the pages, flipping furiously back and forth. No, not graveyards. Places of death. There's a giant's graveyard along the southern end of this continent where the mountain range locks us away from the lower end. If it would be anywhere, it might be there.
So you know where all of these are.
Well, I know where the hag is. Again,
Yes. Oh,
there are spiders roaming the woods. I don't know if they're king spiders, but they're large, angry. And again, there is a boneyard of massive bones to the southern end of the continent that I've discovered through my scrying. I have reason to believe that that would be a place that the forget-me-not could spawn.
well, I would like to ask that due to the undertaking of possibly slaying a deity, would you, good Sir Clancy, allow one of your warriors to accompany us out of a show of goodwill?
He raises a hand to his chin and he scratches and he thinks for a moment. I see no issue with this, though I will send you to gather the ingredients on your own. I see not the need to risk my men until necessary. If you are to die in a field somewhere fighting a giant spider, I've lost one more man that can protect my kingdom in case of whatever other evil may befall us.
Trying to think of something right now. That's not exactly the outcome I was hoping for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, feel free to talk
Oh,
amongst
no,
yourselves in character and try and propose stuff.
I'm definitely trying to think of a way that we may convince him. At least for maybe one of these things that we actively have to kill, send someone with us. Because, like, it sounds like it'd be a great idea to have a troll on our fucking team.
Well, what about the idea of saying, wouldn't your people know these lands better than us? Feel like a guide at least be helpful. And if they could fight, that would be beneficiary.
That argument isn't that great because the only one with knowledge of most of the island is in this room with us.
Well, you said the most knowledge. You never said the only. While he definitely said that that person has the most, it's not explicitly stated that they're the only person with all the knowledge.
But he did mention that they don't send people out to scout the area because there's no need for that when they don't want to lose anybody else. So there's possibly the chance that nobody else would necessarily know anything except for what they see along the guard guard stands in the wall is the only thing.
Hmm.
While we are trying to convince him of this, could Reyna pull out a piece of parchment and have the mage explain to her where these possible areas are so that she can try and create like a map for us to kind of follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Make a survival check.
Okay.
If you don't have proficiency, add proficiency because you
I
are
have
having.
proficiency.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, but it's still a +3.
Treat it as expertise, as if you have double proficiency, because you have a person who has done, granted, kind of vague, arcane scrying
Mm-hmm.
versions of map making,
Yeah.
and all mentally,
Yeah.
which, she's helping you. She
Yeah.
has seen the topography of the land almost as if by satellite. So
Okay.
she
So-
can help you some.
So with that, you mean like I would do a +6 instead of just a +3?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I rolled. That is a 19 plus 6. So
So
25.
25. Add to your inventory
Mm-hmm.
a map of the Forest of the Unforgiven.
Okay.
That gives you advantage on survival checks made to traverse the land in this area and track things in this area. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry. I added it and then I don't know where to write it. I guess right here. You said what does it give me?
It gives you advantage on checks made to navigate and track in the area.
Oh,
Okay.
I've thought of what I want to do.
Go ahead.
I want to try and see if I could maybe use a bargaining chip.
Run it.
What sort of weaponry are your men armed with?
1,200-year-old pikes and halberds.
Hmm.
A few bows made from the wood in the surrounding area.
Would it ease your mind if I provided a warrior of yours a weapon to take if they were to accompany us to gather these ingredients?
It would, but not completely.
I'm gonna call the moon. I'm gonna call the moon. What the fuck is it called?
Moon Touch Greatsword.
I'm gonna call it to my hand. I would offer them this, not to keep, simply to use as their company. I will slightly pull it out of its sheath to show that it shines light.
If you give my man this to defend himself with, I will allow a man to come with you. However, I will instruct him only to fight if he is left with no other option. Only to defend himself and save his own life.
I will promise that if your man comes to any danger, I will personally rescue him and tell him to leave. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Make a persuasion check. Yeah, at advantage. Sometimes I worry that I give you guys advantage too much, but like when I think about it, I'm like, no, that would do it for me.
You said persuasion, right? Yeah, that's right.
Correct.
That'll be a 19, 13 plus 6.
He holds out this massive fucking log of a forearm, as if to shake your hand, and says, "If my man does not come back alive, I know I can't trust you."
He extended his hand to shake.
Correct.
I grab to shake and like sternly look him in the eye. If your man dies, I'll swear my fealty to you.
Now this is a man with honor. He gives a God. I hate. There's no. He shakes your hand with a crushing grip that if you weren't you, it would fucking suck. Like Jekyll would be put on his knees.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that you're not a physical warrior. you are a spell slinger.
It's a lot of strength to wield these things.
Well, it's not strength.
Hey, we're just hyping him up. Go. Yeah.
Anyways. He says, Beatrix, show them what you can. I'm we're weary of this day. I've had to speak of things I haven't had to in years. Thousands of years. And he looks blankly, staring into the eyes of the mounted boar head that has seen better days on the wall. And then he turns and leaves the room and says over his shoulder, Beatrix, send Arian with them.
Before we go, I have one more question for you, Beatrix.
Yes.
Your old temple and your old ruins.
Ruins? You speak of ruins. You know of ruins.
I will get to that. But first I must ask, what kind of magic flowed through what was your temple at one point?
I personally am of the more druidic arts, more nature.
Okay. Do you know of anything having to do with anyone?
Sorry, I looked over and Biscuit is asleep in the floor and all four of his legs were kicking, and when I pointed at him, he stopped.
Him was dreaming that him was running through a field.
Anyways, yeah.
Do you know of any lunar magic that may flow through it?
Lunar magic sounds of the gods. I've had no.
You had no mages in your temple that had anything to do with lunar magic?
All of our mages were learned scholars, wizards.
Okay. Yes, you guys do have ruins of your temple.
So,
Your temple is no more, unfortunately. But you do have something there.
she looks up as a single tear fills both eyes, not falling yet. And she says, what is left of our home? Everybody's passive perception. These are crocodile tears. So she's not truly crying.
Interesting.
I knew I didn't like her.
Say we play the game for now, but
Yeah.
we withhold the final ingredient.
Yeah.
She's asked, what has become of our kingdom?
Not much remains. Even less now that I have left.
You defile an ancient ruin of a once great kingdom and come and brag?
I have no reason to brag about anything that happened in that kingdom, and I can tell you that straightly. No, I do not brag about anything. I am coming with you directly to tell you that something awful has happened in that kingdom. You guys are not going back there. I refuse to let you.
You see, I have misunderstood your intentions. Where we once lived is now ruins, and I have to live with that, as I have to live with. We have ruined ourselves. But she takes a deep breath. She holds up her staff, and from it a spectral sort of like pallid green, almost like neon raven forms at the end of it, and she pulls the staff down and speaks into the raven's ear directly at normal volume. Go find Orion or why am I struggling?
Arian?
The name of the fucking famous constellation.
Orion.
Orion. I don't know why I was struggling. Anyways. Go. Find Orion. Tell him that he is to leave with these people and help them on their quest. And she holds the staff out straight, and the spectral raven flies directly through the wall, leaving on its mission. And she says, he should be at the gate waiting for you. I would suggest fighting the hag lass. She may prove to be the most difficult thing in your path.
We shall keep that in mind.
Right? Well, be on your way. She again waves her staff and the door drifts gently open.
I don't trust her. Okay.
All right.
I don't know if anybody else caught it, just real quick, but not only do I not trust her, but this bitch done said that she didn't see any other living beings except for maybe a couple animals that were green on this island, and now all of a sudden she knows where a hag is. I don't trust her with a 10-foot pole.
To be fair, hags are considered to be evil, typically.
But she said living thing. Technically.
That could simply be an error of the DM.
Yeah. That I'm gonna tell you, yes.
I still don't trust her. I still don't trust her.
It's very easy to forget things like that in the moment.
Yeah. So, you guys, there's no guards escorting you. You kind of have free roam. What do you do?
I'm heading to the gate. Talk to those
Yeah,
guards.
I feel like that's what our next objective is. I feel like a place like this wouldn't have much to do, and if there were merchants, they would cater to trolls.
Yeah, I need to talk to those guards at the gate.
All right. So you guys move through town, and there's not many people in this more royal section before the fields, but everyone is staring out windows, standing at their front door, like the equivalent of vacuuming the driveway while the cops are across the street, like that level of gawkery. As you guys make your way through the city, and then the only thing that changes on the more commoner side of town is that there are more of these trolls gawking at you. As you make your way back towards the gate, there are indeed two guards standing, chatting with a rather large and well built troll. He stands just a few inches taller than these guards, and he appears to have on a nice for this kingdom set of leather studded armor. Now, that is not to say it is in disrepair. It's very poor, but it's what they got. And as you guys approach, one of the guards looks over the shoulder of the young man, leans back into the conversation, and they fall quiet and turn while you guys approach the last few meters.
Jekyll will walk up a little uneasy. He's a little heavy at breath, as he seems just a little bit paler, if at any. And he asks a guard, specifically one of the two, not the man that is a bit taller. And he says, "Are you the two that usually guard this gate day and night?"
Well, we've got shifts, but with today's, is there something I can help you with, sir?
Were you here last night?
Last night, no.
Have you ever watched this area at night?
Yeah, I had a night shift a few weeks ago.
He'll look to the other one and say, the same thing for you. When was the last time you had a night shift?
Oh, it's just like 2 nights ago.
2 nights. That'll be enough. I need to ask you a question. Have you seen a man? No. Have you heard any strange noises else there? What noises do you tend to hear at night?
Well, we don't really get a whole lot of noise, but every now and again, those big fucking spiders move through the woods on the edge of the woods. That's kind of why we
Yep.
push the lumber back from the walls. They kind of stick to the foliage. Luckily for us.
You say these big spiders. You've seen them every time you hear this noise? Or do you just hear the noise and assume it's them?
There's nothing really else their size. You know, closest thing is probably a deer. Those are maybe half the size, and that's if it's a big fucking deer.
Has there been any yellow hair laying around?
Yellow hair.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple blonde ladies in town.
In the woods.
I don't know. We don't patrol the woods.
Will that be all?
You
Thank you
talk to
for
me.
Huh?
You asked me if that will be all.
That's all that I have.
Right.
And he'll just withdraw, take a few deep breaths, and calm himself down.
All right. Well,
I feel like while Jekyll was questioning and everything we're getting ready, Reyna would step outside of the gate. Reyna does not feel comfortable inside the walls.
hey, that's fair.
Especially after we found out more information.
So this more well armored individual is Orion, correct?
Correct. He actually is like, he seems to be looking around, waiting for command. He's not really speaking much.
So you're the one meant to assist us, yes?
He begins making symbols and signs with his hands.
Fuck.
Is Reyna like close enough to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Reyna would quickly look over and see that and kind of catch eye to that and try and decipher and explain to everyone else.
Yeah, so he's speaking common sign language, which you speak.
Yes.
You communicate that he says, and we're gonna keep in mind that Reyna is translating. We're not gonna have to filter it the whole time.
Okay.
He says, I've been commanded to travel with you. How can I be of service?
And anything you need me to translate back, I can translate back to him as well.
So they gave us a.
Go ahead.
So they gave us a deaf one.
He quickly signs not deaf, mute.
Ah. Perfect. As long as you can hear, then we'll be fine. Here, this is yours. For now. I hand him the sword.
He takes it, and the weight of it is clearly more than he was expected to take. And begins to strap it around himself, the scabbard on his back, and he signs, "Thank you. Again, how can I be of service? I'm at your beck and call by order of the king."
We are meant to gather some ingredients of sorts on the island, two of which may prove dangerous, the other one questionable.
Right?
Mhm.
Well, Shall we
So
leave? Or burn in daylight?
Let's run it.
Well, I just need to warn you, though, at any given point, your life may be in danger. Should you feel so, leave.
He signs understood. He
The sword.
has a
The
very
sword.
eager look in his eyes.
Ah. The sword you carry shines light. Should you be unable to see in the dark, it will help.
I think Reyna would probably sign to him and ask if he was a warrior before. And she would speak that out as she's signing it. Just she's doing it to kind of.
He responds, no, I was only 17 when this happened. He waves at himself.
When you became a troll.
He nods.
Okay.
All right, so let's head out.
Sad.
I'd like to definitely take a bit of a lead on the way in the woods. Kind of at least next to Raina, because I know she has a map.
Reyna could point you to the way.
That would be perfect. I'd like to take the lead, go forward, be very, very, very cautious, and look at every nook and cranny as he walks.
So, well, what is our first quest here? What are we seeking out? Where are we going?
Well,
Let's relay the three again.
so the spiders probably won't be a thing for a few hours because nighttime. The hag is most likely going to be one of the more dangerous, so we shouldn't do that first. Flower?
Sure.
I was gonna say, I feel like the flower would probably be a really good choice because as we walk to find it, we may come across, like, depending on how long it takes us to get there, we may come across the spiders on our way.
That is true
Yeah.
as well. I say we head toward the grave that may or may not be.
Let's head that way then.
So,
Is that good, Lucian Chrysanthemum?
Also, DM at every point, if at all possible, I would like to attempt to gather multiples of these necessary ingredients.
for the
Leo?
job-killing poison,
Yes.
you got it. So Raina, you pull out this map and you're conferring with Jekyll and Chrysanthemum, the true druids. Sorry, go ahead.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought it heard.
You think green at least.
It's okay. I thought I heard something I didn't.
No, I thought I heard it too.
My bad.
So
No, you're good.
the graveyard that Beatrix has described to you sits nestled in the foothills of this mountain here, according to your map. You guys are here.
That's a long way.
Yeah. It's about
Couple
a
of
week
days.
travel.
Yeah. I honestly, let's get the most distant one the fuck out of the way then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, okay. I know how I'm going to do this. You are traveling. You're making your way. It's been about 3 days. The sun begins to set, and you guys set up camp. Jekyll,
Oh, okay.
you are sleeping. And in your mind, as you dream, a scene begins to form. There is a familiar man standing amongst a heap of bodies of your kin. He holds aloft your longtime childhood friend by his throat. The man turns and looks at the point of view of the dream, you, and it feels as if you were just watching a playback, as if you're not actually here, as the man squeezes his throat until his fingers touch and blood spills forth from the mouth of your childhood friend. As he spits blood, the light in his eyes fading, you awaken the next morning.
Jekyll wakes in a cold sweat and looks to see, first asking the DM, is everybody else awake?
If it's
Yeah.
morning, yep.
All right. He'll first at least assess what's happening. That it's, morning time over in the Forest of the Unforgotten. And then turns to the nearest person. Let's see. I'll just say Warren for the time being. Say, did you see him? You see him?
You saw nothing.
I saw no one. Of whom do you speak?
He. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe there wasn't. Is there any on the ground anywhere near that you can see, or any trace of a person, preferably a human, nearby?
No one
Nothing.
that doesn't match the party,
All right, I'm just having a rough morning. My apologies for my outburst. Just ignore that.
Is something you would like to discuss?
It's not something that is necessary to discuss. It's just a very interesting thing that's happening to me as of late. Just, if I ever seem to not act as myself, please take any action you deem necessary. That is all. I would like to not talk about the matter anymore.
Okay. I take a swig from my dwarven ale.
First thing in the morning, too.
Can I get a drink?
Yeah, but you have to waterfall it.
You know what? I'm not opposed. I'll take a drink.
Here you go.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Go get my D20. I assume that means whoosh as well, huh?
No, not whoosh.
Oh, he's too good.
Go.
Fuck, hold on. What's my modifier? Constitution?
+4.
Okay, so does it 20? How is 23?
Damn.
23 is pretty good, but
I needed that shit.
as you pour this mug, hold it up over your gullet, and pour it into your mouth, you watch as the golden fizzy ale has this like almost mahogany tint to it. Turns to green sludge as it passes the lip of the mug and falls into your mouth. And your save is just enough to avoid any bad circumstances, but it hits your tongue and you like fall over and violently cough it up. It's
wow.
disgusting. It's sludge. It's mud.
How do you drink this?
Me.
God.
Wait a minute. Above table. Above table. Do you have to be connecting your lips to this mug for it
Yes,
to
you
work
do.
properly?
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, that's so good. Does Woosh
Nipper
know
is
this?
laughing.
Does
Nipper is
Woosh
laughing.
does Woosh actively know this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a next level troll. Oh my god, that's so good. I love that.
I'll let that slide, given what I saw the day you were a doppelganger. No word.
That's phenomenal.
Jokes, brother, to make you feel better. Here, have another swig, but you got a waterfall again. No, you can have a swig.
I'm quite sobered up now. I'm fine.
So this happens. You guys continue to travel until you find yourselves here in this clearing, right? Ignore what's going on down there. Set into this cliffside is about 12 feet off the ground, a 6 foot long and about you don't know how far around, but you probably couldn't touch your fingers if you held it. This massive stem with a blossoming flower. I have a specific note. Hold on. Raina,
Yes.
you can smell the scent of this flower, and it reminds you of Warren. Warren, it reminds you of one night in particular, the night that you met Raina's mother.
Oh shit.
This flower set into this thing is clearly what you guys are looking for, as Raina and Warren recognize the magical scent being produced by it. It is distinctly not of this world.
This raises one question. What exact part of this flower did we need?
All of it. You were
The whole
to,
thing?
specifically the petals. You were advised to pick it whole.
There's only one that we can see.
Correct. It is set about, I don't remember if I said 10 or 12 feet, but 10 or 12 feet about into the cliffside.
Cool. Fuck. That's fine. I guess one is fine for now. What did we do with that doppelganger we killed?
Sorry?
What did we do with the doppelganger's body?
What did you guys do with it? You scanned it, collected blood.
Pretty much like that. Jack shit, right?
Did we just leave it there? Is that what I'm to assume?
Yeah, I would think so. We didn't say anything that we did to the body.
All right, yeah, that's fine. About where on the map was our camp that night?
It was in the woods of the forest.
Okay. Make note. I'd like to pay that campsite a visit at some point.
Absolutely.
But if that's it, pick the flower and leave.
Fine by me. I figured
So-
this be a little bit more eventful.
I am going to ask for a how do you approach the distance that it is up the wall? And then once I have that answer, I need a nature check.
All right,
I think I'm fine with
real-
just letting Warren do it.
I'm gonna ask some probing questions.
Yeah.
So point exactly where it is. Set into that wall.
Correct.
Okay.
Could levitate.
Hold on. Is there possibly so where are we as of now? Would you say that we are standing?
I'm gonna say probably around here.
Okay. Could I possibly grab a stone that looks like it may fit in my hand?
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
I
To
I'd
describe
like
the scene around you, there are
Good.
indeed massive bones all in this graveyard. Stones and such have fallen from the cliffside into I wouldn't say muddy, but like soft ground.
Okay. Could I take the stone that I picked up and toss it in such a way that it sort of skips across the ground toward the flower?
Yes. As you do so, the bloom of the flower, the outside of the petals, it has the shape of almost a tulip. The outside of the petals is a soft, like creamy white color. The inside that you can see with this bloomed flower is this kind of like pinkish color, like a flower. When the stone slides across the ground and hits the edge of the cliffside, you just notice the bulb of the flower not completely shut, but tighten.
Hmm. Interesting.
I mean, I guess the question is, was it because of the presence or was it because of the sound?
Well, there's
I would
one.
need a check to tell you.
There's definitely one way to find out.
To stealth it?
Well, we could make a loud noise.
How loud? Because I think Jekyll would not mind yelling.
Loud enough that if somebody were standing over there, they'd be able to hear it, you know?
All right.
I mean, that's
Well,
easily able to do with just a shout.
yeah, I'll yell. I'm down for that.
The bloom of the flower tightens up just a hair long.
So it's sound. Okay. So we got to get our stealthiest first.
Yeah, that would be, I believe, Chrysanthemum has the like a stealth cloak of sorts.
Yeah.
Correct.
I have like. I'm checking right now. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Feel like she took the cloak of protection.
I have two.
Oh yeah.
I have a spell woven robe and a cloak of protection.
Okay.
You have the cloak of elven kind as well.
Yeah, that's the one.
Advantage on stealth checks.
Oh yeah. You want to put that on and go over to the floor? I could probably meditate you up too. Oh, it's under.
If you're not opposed to it, Chrysanthemum.
What'd you say?
I said if you're not opposed to it, Chrysanthemum.
So Can I just real quick? Where is everybody stood?
Still behind that rock for me.
Yeah, about that distance.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
We sound a wind.
A little tiny. Yeah, this got. Also, did you said with advantage, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Which one of these bars? This one. So, yeah. Oh wow.
Wow.
What?
How the fuck does that happen?
For real?
What happened?
2
Oh, what?
eights.
2 8.
Stealth isn't our strong suit.
Sound of Wind. How close are you to Chrysanthemum?
I'd probably be about 3 spaces behind her. So I'll move up there, yeah. About right there.
Cool. The rest of you, where you at?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I'd probably at least step out a bit to be able to see the area a bit better. So just, I guess, 3 spaces to the right, left.
It's about right there.
Yep, that's on for me.
Leah. Randall, Warren.
Warren would be just, just around the rock, probably a little bit ahead of Jekyll.
So kind of like, not like that.
Yeah, right about there.
Raina.
Rena would probably be where she is right now.
Okay. Can I get a nature check from Chrysanthemum? As she attempts to cleanly shear away this giant flower.
You have an inspiration.
You do have an inspiration. You can roll again.
Try and do it with advantage.
Mhm.
You already rolled one, so just roll again with that one. One more click on it.
Oh yeah, would she get advantage from being a druid, or is it just?
Well,
I'm telling you, this thing does not like us on all the checks. Some of them are okay, but other ones are.
Well,
8 seems above Chrysanthemum.
it's a good thing that she rolled an 8, because an 8 is what was needed. This was not a very difficult check.
Nice.
Okay.
It is a large flower. You can mostly just shear it away. The 8 was exactly what you needed, though. As the flower falls away into your arms, you feel the ground begin to rumble.
Yep.
Of course.
Hey, luckily I'm not over there.
That.
As a giant bone dinosaur pulls itself from the mud, and 4 velociraptor size skeletal dinosaurs also pull themselves from the mud. This is what shaped the earth. This giant dinosaur, zombified dinosaur. Excuse me. At the beginning of the next session, we will roll for initiative.
Damn it!
What?
Oh fuck! Wait, what do you mean he's right behind me?
Yeah.